you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I was here when he put them on the bunk.
And he said they were for me.
Mm-hmm. Don't be so surprised. After all, you're a girl and he's... Well, whatever he is, he's kind of cute. Imagine his having a crush on you and we're just discovering it now. Golly, it reminds me of a movie I was in once. He loved her with a burning passion, and she loved him like a flaming fire. It was a good movie.
Sounds more like a commercial for a gas company.
Please welcome Dawn Wells.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be here. You are just fabulous.
Oh, thanks. It's so nice to meet you. Me too. So that was colorized, wasn't it? Did you see that clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's weird all of a sudden, you know.
And I'm in brown a lot. I never wore brown. They have me a little, you know.
Right, because some of the first couple years were black and white, and then it went to color.
First year.
First year only was black and white.
When I was the rest.
When you, oh, I know. That used to annoy me, Marianne. What? Do you remember? Sometimes they said, Gilligan, the skipper, 2 million and his wife, a movie star, the Professor and Marianne. And sometimes they said, and the rest.
First year.
You and the professor were dissed. What was that about?
It was billing.
Really?
Ginger got cast first in New York. We were
Tina Louise.
She got cast first, and she had it in her contract that nobody could be after her. So once we went on the air and they discovered all 7 of us were going to be there for the next 150 years, they changed it.
Oh, really? That's interesting. You know, there's a whole big debate. Have you seen the commercial when the guys go, you know, Wilma or Betty, and then they go Ginger or Marianne?
Yeah.
And it's so funny that that whole thing came about. Was it?
And you know, it's a thing that continues. I mean, Nike did an ad, Budweiser did an ad, and everybody knows exactly what they're talking about. But you know, in the 60s, when we were doing the show, it wasn't an issue. In the 70s, when there was sort of that free love and everything, I think Ginger was probably one. Marianne keeps winning now because I think of the times. You want a nice girl.
Well, that's true.
Would you?
I guess so.
You know? And I have kids in college that come up to me, and girls will say, you know, when I go out, I ask a guy right away, are you a Marianne kind of guy or a Ginger kind of guy? And if it's a Ginger kind of guy, they want a one-night stand. And if it's a Marianne kind of guy, they want a relationship.
Wow, that's interesting. See, you set the prototype for dating in America.
Haven't I?
How about that?
That's a present.
Now, I know that in Australia, you're a castaway correspondent. What is that exactly?
I'm kind of doing what you're doing.
You're doing a talk show in Australia?
Yeah, I'm doing just a segment once a week on interviewing, seeing the movies, and interviewing the stars, and they satellite it to Australia. And I've had the best time, because I'm interviewing Robin Williams, for instance, who greeted me doing Mr. Howell the whole time. He didn't talk, Mr. and Mrs. Howell both. He interviewed me with Mrs. Howell.
Oh, how great is that, Lovey and Thurston?
Yeah. And everybody's growing up with me to a certain extent. So the relationship of the interview is very natural, like you. I mean, we know you, so we feel at ease with you. And the same with Marianne. I mean, Renee Russo looked right at the camera and she said, you're the reason I became an actress. I dropped out of school because of you. And then she said, of course, don't drop out of school. I don't think that's why.
Exactly.
And I've done Mel Gibson and Demi Moore, and Eddie Murphy got up in his chair and started singing the Gilligan's Island song the minute I walked into the room.
Really? That must be something.
I'm having a good time.
It's kind of annoying me that you're booking bigger guests than me. No, we haven't had Eddie Murphy here.
No, I'm gonna. He'll come, I'm sure.
Dawn, maybe you can make a call for us at the commercial. Well, don't go anywhere, because more with Dawn Wells about her cookbook and her fishing show and Gilligan and Skipper and Ginger, the millionaire, his wife, and Kurt Russell when he was the Tarzan boy, that episode.
I saw that show.
We'll be back with Dawn after this break.